I want us to think about what if you had to start over today? So we're going to talk about what are those components that really need to be included? How do you leverage AI? And then how do you leverage the humans?
Where we started is just a book summary company that was, summarized books and provided reference information for people when they needed it, to a real knowledge and learning organization. And what you're going to see from Shantanu, where his product team, what they've developed and where we've taken it to the next step, is really to create those and using AI to taking our verified, trustful knowledge written by humans and taking that with the use of AI tools to make it the collaboration easier to onboard people, to bring people up to skill levels that they need to be.
And so one of the things that we did when we built this and rebuilt this and did it was, we're integrated into the sales organization sales process. It's also very performance oriented. So we have gates along every week. It's a 9-week program. And along those gates are deliverables that they have around building sales plans or coming up with, and it's around certain competency gates, right? So they have to be able to tell the precisely story in this case, to build their sales plan, those kinds of things. They're all integrated into that gated process.
So if I could feedback real quick, some of the components I heard from you all that were really important. So one takeaway I would suggest before we see what getAbstract could do with all of that is, if you were just going out, or I'm going to go out and leverage AI to see what else it could build, like those are the kinds of prompts I would put in. Can you build me a program that's cohort based, that has a formalized and defined buddy system, that provides short bits of content that are also actionable with some discussion prompts at the end of that? Those are the types. I'd take those components, those 6 or 7 components, and build out an AI prompt to help me build that program. And I think that's what you're going to see getAbstract does.
So we built this tool called the Skills Mapper. So there are multiple ways of doing it on the platform, but I'm showing you just one, where you can bring in all the skills that you're currently focusing on for your learning program. And with a click, you can discover all the relevant top resources relevant for that particular learning campaign. So in this case, I had just selected 2 skills, but this is where it gets really powerful. So we have clients which are working on multiple skills at the same time. So you could be working on tens or hundreds of skills, and you can upload your entire competency framework to the product, and you can quickly get for each of those skills or competency, what are the relevant learning resources that you can find on getAbstract.
I think about how onboarding is a critical time that really sometimes defines people's success, their trajectory. Yeah. And I think about how those initial, connecting points or connections, one, establish impressions that people have of new talent, and sometimes can make it or break it.
And I think that's where you're going to have path of least resistance to really hone that message, build that culture, have those people feel like they're really onboarding and they're connecting, because all that technology is great, but it can get in the way if the manager comes back and says, we're just going to talk about metrics, we're just going to look at the Salesforce or whatever, right? So it's so important to have that connection, make people feel like they're really welcome. And I think that
what we saw our internal learning experts do, and we wanted to take out the jarring parts of the process and make it easier, so that the experts then have more time for what they do the best, which is strategy, facilitation, mentorship, and guiding all those aspects of the campaign itself. So that's the vision for the studio. We're still making a lot of changes and additions as we speak, and we're really excited about where this is headed.
And Shantanu's team is the one who's developed this. And again, it's all come from listening to the learning community to see what's out there. We know we needed something that was easy for the users to use, but almost more importantly, easy for the L&D professionals to create and to save time, especially with companies like Kerry's that have limited staffing, only 2 people to create these. This makes it really easy for people to do it as on the fly as soon as you can, but with verified, valid information.